What is up, fine ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful Saturday afternoon? I know we're a little late, than normal, but life happens. So we decided let's still go live a little later than typical or normal. So we're here, and it's beautiful outside. I mean, it's like 70 degrees. I got my windows open. I told the guys I was going to wear a hoodie, but I was like sweating. So I'm like, let me take this off. This is not normal. But we're going to get into it today. This morning, we're going to talk about the Myles Garrett and Kenny Pickett's press conference. We're going to talk about some stuff that they said and maybe, overanalyze it and be dramatic about it. But still, we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about why is Watson recruiting Wilson? Like, why is this happening? And an idea that someone has about the Browns business cards that he's leaving it in public restrooms. Why is this person doing this? We're going to talk about that idea. And more possibly. This show today is sponsored by Beard Gains. Go to beardgains.com and put in bearded browns at the promo code at checkout, and you'll receive 10%. Don't forget also 30 if you buy product for $35 or over, you will get free shipping, which is beneficial because the more you buy, the more you save in the long term, because you want to buy more, but that way you're not always paying shipping. So go there today and buy some cool beard stuff, and you'll look as good as us on this podcast right now.
I cut a lot of mine off, but the reason we're late today is my fault. I put a $1,000 shoe on my car this morning. Some Pirellis. I told my stepson that when I got home. I'm like, bro, I just put some $1,000 shoes on the car. He's like, what? I got new tires. That's why we're late today, because I'm an idiot.
Hey, man, no, you're good, man. Life happens, and
it's life.
Hey, we got a Super Bowl winning quarterback on the Cleveland Browns. That's all that matters, right?
That's all that matters. He's Super. He knows how to win a Super Bowl. He learned from a Super Bowl organization, so he's good. And it seems like from his press conference, like he's ready to take the reins. At this point, he might, because news just dropped that the Falcons are going to keep Kirk Cousins on the roster past the deadline, so they're going to pay him an extra $10 million. So the Browns. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
I did put up a real quick poll on Twitter. I'm sorry, I want to get into this really quick. Yeah, I asked pretty much who would you want as a starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. I put up Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders. No, wait, that's Chad's.
Yeah, see, Chad, thanks for ruining it.
Damn polls everywhere. Hold on, where is this? Oh, so I'm away into like March 12th. Let me see here. I had it up. It was all the quarterback. No. Here we go.
There. Yep.
Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, Russell Wilson, or Kirk Cousins. Out of 527 votes, 30.6% say Shedeur, 48.2% say Cam Ward, 5.9% say Russell Wilson. That's all that poopy talk. And 15.4% say Kirk Cousins. I didn't put on anybody else. I just left it at 4.
Yeah, that's a good 4, though.
I mean, those are the most realistic ones, it seems like. But the one that's missing is Joe Flacco, because he's still in the free agency.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants they interviewed him or talked to him. No contract, though. Wilson left New York without a contract. There's a lot of talk this morning that Wilson wants $20 million. So
a lot of toilet paper.
It's a lot of toilet paper from. So I don't think any teams
Tell me about it.
A lot of teams are going to be interested in him. Sam knows about toilet paper right now. So I'll be interested to see what happens with Wilson. We're still waiting on the Rodgers thing. Like, he's chilling on the beach, listening to his plugged-in ear pods right now, according to reports. So
it just kind of goes to show you nothing's set in any type of stone yet. Nobody's even brought out the stone and the tablet to carve in anything yet. These guys are going to these other teams and seeing what they want, and that just might be on the way out. Everybody's like, all right, well, hell no on that. We'll talk to you later. Good luck. And so there is a Flacco laying and looming around out there still.
Yeah, I don't understand why the Browns organization just don't go that route. It's a safe route. He's been in your building before. He knows your system, and then it might be a money thing. It might be because they're really strapped for cash. But I think if you can make it work, you just maybe after June 1st, once they start, getting that money back, maybe we'll see a different type of quarterback on here. I'm not sure. It is confusing though.
I'm riding on high hopes to go back to the Stump Mitchell interview, man. Like, how full circle would that be if this came to fruition with Joe coming back because he said that guy lights up a locker room. That guy puts smiles on faces. You want Garrett to stay here, to stump Mitchell's words, go get Flacco. So, that would be, to me, that's just, that'd be my highlight. If that happens to transpire, I'm all about it. Bring him back.
Speaking of free agency, we let's talk a little about what the Browns have done so far. We'll go one by one here real quick. The first one that dropped was Cornelius Lucas, the offensive tackle, the swing tackle, which before talking to the show, it seemed like we both like this move. All three of us like this move. It's a 2-year deal worth up to $10 million, which is good. It's $5 million a year. And he's an upgrade from Hudson. Anyone I understand is an upgrade from Hudson. Yeah. Lucas played more than he played 400 snaps or more the last six seasons. Sorry. PFF gave him a grade of 665, which is above average. What's very cool about this guy is his versatility of swing. He can go right or left. So, and the biggest issue we've had the last couple of years is when someone gets hurt, we don't have someone to come in to fix that issue.
Right. And he's a savvy vet, man. I mean, he's been around. He knows. And I like that LT and RT option, left, right. What's up? Where you need me at? He's also brought in for extra blocking. They'll assign him eligible or whatnot. So he gets down there and does some extra blocks, which is also really good goal line type stuff. So need them big pushes sometimes, and that's all you need is get that one big guy out there and domino them motherfuckers so you get in zone.
Yep. Mike, your thoughts on Cornelius Lucas?
I'm all for it, man. I have zero problem with the move. I think it was smart. Needed a position that's now filled, and hopefully it will work out in our favor.
Yeah, he's a big dude too. He's not a small guy. I think he's as big as who's the other big guy we got from Ohio State? His name just passed my mind. Thanos. He's as big as Thanos. I'm actually looking his height and weight up now, but he's actually born in 81, just like me. So he's my age, and he's playing football while I'm here talking about football. He's 6'8", man. That dude's pretty tall. 6'8". Yeah. That's a pretty big guy.
Man, I want to see what that looks like with them two out there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That would be
show
crazy.
me the beef. Where's the beef? We got it.
Next.
Hey, real quick, I want to touch on one thing real quick with him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Season played last season. He had 464 snaps and he only allowed 1 sack. That's pretty fucking good.
That's a good ratio.
So I like that. I looked that up. I seen that up, and he's got a la Chad. This is for you, Chad. PFF grade 74, and he's a 79.1 pass blocking. And like I said, swing tackle being very useful. So
yeah, that helps having someone that good going back and forth based upon need. Brendan said on Facebook, hopefully the Browns will stop trying to kick the tires on these quarterbacks. They are past their prime. And then Ron said, I like Cornelius. Flacco's old, bro. Any news on Jameis? Okay, guys. So the issue is the reason why you need an old quarterback is because you broke. So you have to buy an old broken quarterback at least for a year or two or if you draft somebody, you do the thing where you play him for a couple games, and then once the young guy comes in, you play the young guy after 6-7 games. That's the path, unfortunately, that we're going to have to take, or it's Kenny Pickett. Either way, get ready for Browns to complain about their quarterback all year. Yes. Number 2, defensive end, Joe Tryon Sinoke. Shonik, yep. 1 year deal. 1 year deal, $4.57 million. He's had at least 4-5 sacks each season outside of last year. He had 2 sacks, but the reason why his sacks was down last year is because he was playing coverage a lot more last year compared to the other years. And if you guys listen to his press conference, he kept on saying, I'm excited to join Jim Schwartz because I just want to pin my ears back and get to the quarterback. So obviously he did not like being in coverage, which you should try to because it adds versatility to him and makes it more valuable. But if he's going to come in to just be an assassin just to get to the quarterback on third or special downs, that's going to be a good deal.
I'm cool with that. I am A-okay with that one for sure.
Yeah, and it adds depth for the pass rush because you have, I think, the other guy, he's man, his name just skipped my mind. My mind's going blank today. He's more of a run protector. But I like this guy to add versatility on 3rd and 4th down when he can come in and sack the quarterback. It's going to be pretty good.
Sam, you got anything?
Not too much on him, man. I just kind of, looked over his, 15 total sacks on his career.
Yep.
25 years old, so there's some youth in him, and
Yeah, he was highly. He was drafted 1st round. He came out of Washington. Like they thought he was going to do good in Tampa, but the issue is Tampa last year kind of moved away from him and put him in coverage, which he obviously didn't adjust to well.
Like you say too, Angel. I mean, we've all talked about it too. Sometimes it's just that new fresh air, that new fresh scene. So you never know what you're gonna get. I mean, maybe he needed a change. Maybe he just needs that change, different uniform, and next thing you know, you're like, "Well, where does this dude come from? He's balling. What's going on here?" So
yeah, it's a typical Andrew move, a low guy that could come in and show some improvement, and maybe you can sign him to a cheaper contract later. Next one, Devin Bush. He was on a team last year. We talked about him on our show on a couple Tuesdays ago. We were hoping the Browns would sign him, and they did. $3.25 million. His base salary is guaranteed $2.97 million. $1.8 million of that is paid out from a signing bonus. Not much to talk about him other than he did show when he his PFS scores last year when he played was really good. I'm hoping they give him. And again, you guys see they signed a couple linebackers here that does show maybe they're not too hopeful on JOK. So they're kind of covering their butts on that.
Right. And maybe, like you said, he was having a really good year last year. Maybe this is Devin Bush has found his juice. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see see his growth. That's going to be something to watch.
Man, Ron Rados just said Devin could play.
Right.
He actually sent us a picture of him in a Browns helmet. And I was going to bring it up and post it on the show, but I completely forgot to do it. As soon as I seen his name pop up, I was like, damn it.
Real quick, Ron Rados, me and Ron went to school together. Been knowing Ron for a long time too, and Ron was he played, if I'm not mistaken, he was a safety at Brookside High School. Brendan, my buddy Brendan, on board here with the comments today too, is a really good friend I've known for over 20 some years through the roofing industry, and Brendan actually played some college ball. Brendan, if you're out there, I want to say you said you played for Iowa, but I could be mistaken. I thought he was a defensive end also. He's a big guy. But if you're out there, lay down your college real quick. I can't remember which college you went to, brother, to ball out.
Yeah, he's it's basically a Sam chat type of day. Yeah. Everyone that knows Sam's in the chat.
Adam's here. He says, hey, what's up, gents? And Michael.
Hey, we got love.
He always singles you out. Like
I do it to him on his show now as well, so it's fair. It's fair.
Last one, defensive tackle, who I'm pretty actually excited for. Malik. My gosh, why can't I talk to him? Malik Collins. $20 million, 2 seasons. Here's a cool thing. A lot of people are like, kind of like, why did he sign this guy? Well, and you got to think of the analytics. Like you have an analytic front office. So he was top 11 in high quality pressures, top 11 pressuring the quarterback, by the way, which the Browns need, and 27th overall in pressures in 2024 for a defensive tackle. That's really good.
That's in all the NFL.
Yeah, all the NFL.
So yeah, I am all aboard for this.
Yeah, I mean that's a no-brainer. So when you look at the numbers and you start to break down what he did in San Francisco last year, you can say, well, $10 million for a defensive tackle that was going to be playing better than Tomlinson, who was there to begin with. So basically, that's his replacement. I'll take that, and that's what you need. You can't just generate pass rush from your ends. You need, and that's why I liked, which they probably won't go after now, Mason Graham, because he generates pass rush up the middle, and that's what you need. The Philadelphia Eagles did that, and that's how they pressured Patty Mahomes and made his life living hell in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Malik Collins here. I mean, he came to Dallas. He's been with Raiders, been Texans. He played right tackle, but he seemed to do better when they played him, or right defensive end. But he looked like he did better when he switched sides to left side defensive end. When I was looking through some of this, I wanted to bring it up for you guys, share you a little tidbit. November 9th, 2016, rookie season. He had his first career sack. Just take a guess who you had it on.
Colt McCoy.
Cleveland Browns, and it was Cody Kessler.
Oh, get out Cody
Yeah.
Kessler.
Was that
he
like
ended
our
up-
32nd quarterback?
Yeah, he ended up with 3 tackles that game and 2 sacks that game. And then as I'm reading down, I start chuckling. I'm like, well, you sacked our guys before. All right, so hey, buddy, how you doing?
Let's go.
I'm reading down here. So that was November 2016. December 18th, 2016, he had a solo tackle against Jameis Winston. I'm like, oh, this is all kind of falling in line. Yeah, so I just thought that was kind of funny, man. He caused a fumble on that. So his first career sack was against a Brown, and then he had a big game sacking Jameis all over the place that game. Both those games where he had sacks, the team won, by the way. So I just thought that was kind of funny because you got Cody Kessler, and then you got, well, at that time we didn't know it was going to be Jameis Winston, but Jameis Winston falls into the category. He's been sacked by him too. So
they're saying if Malik Collins gets a sack, we're going to win the game.
Yes, so he needs. He
Yeah.
need like 24 sacks to go undefeated.
Yeah, I just looked it up. Anytime he's had a sack, they've won. 35-10 was a winning score, and then against the Browns that time, and then he 26-20 when they played with he sacked Jameson.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
for him.
I like
like-
this guy. Hopefully,
I
I hope they do play him on the left side because I think Myles plays on the left. So I think if he generates pressure, Myles says he can get into the quarterback quicker.
Myles will switch it up. He mostly favors the right side, I believe.
Oh, is it right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm looking at the.
I mean, if you're the quarterback staring at him, it's the left side. But if you're,
That's what I was looking at. Okay,
right.
I was looking at it from the eyes of
I
the
gotcha.
quarterback. I was.
it's like I said, though, it's like there's another utility. It sounds like he can cross up. I know we don't pretty much do that with Myles in certain situations. We do. I mean, he's even lined up over, up in the front too sometimes. But I don't know. We'll see what kind of trickery they can come up with. I always remember when Myles was doing. I don't even think he wasn't even on the end. He was on the line, and that's when he was acting like he was hooping between the legs.
Oh,
Remember that?
Yeah,
That was dope, dude. I'm like,
and he got in too.
he's
He got some
hungry.
pressure that time.
Yeah, he's hungry. That was dope.
Speaking of Myles Garrett, let's talk about his press conference.
I got a short video I'm going to play before anybody says anything about Myles Garrett. Whether you hate the dude now or you love the dude, this is one little skit of Myles that I picked out, and I thought I was going to love this. Everybody else was going to love this. It's here. Just listen.
It's going to take everything, and whatever it takes, I'm willing to give. I want to be a winner. I want to bring a championship back to Cleveland. So, whether that's going out and recruiting, whether that's staying late, that's mentoring the young guys, just whatever it takes. I'm going to do it all because I don't want to come back here the same way we did after last season. I don't want that feeling ever again. I want to feel like we're taking more and more strides to that promised land.
Boom. That's him basically saying he's here to stay, that he wanted to stay. And I think a lot of this press conference and the post stuff that's happened prior to got taken way out of context. Yes, the guy wanted to leave. A little bit of off-season time, which we're going to get into, but there's a lot that goes into this because he's obviously a renowned player here in Cleveland. We all know that. One of the best defensive players in the league, if not the best right now. Cleveland got salty, man. Cleveland definitely got salty, but he came back, and people are still pissed off about it. Let us know what you think in the comments, but I'm going to get right into why he's actually staying. And he said, as he watched things develop with each team making moves in the combine and the draft coming up, the dominoes just started to fall. Things just started falling in place. And Mary Kay Cabot then asked him if he felt like he needed to make amends with Cleveland. He flat out just said, no. From day one, I always knew I wanted to bring a championship to Cleveland. So,
him making amends is his play, and I think he addressed that too. He's like, I can't do anything right now to make it. If they're a fan mad at any fans mad at me, I can't change their mind, and he will change their mind once game one comes and first play from scrimmage, he gets a sack, and fans are going to totally forget about the offseason.
Exactly.
That's what we do. That's what we do. And that's what we do as Browns fans. That's what we do as fans in general. So, and
The smoke
yeah.
shall settle. Yeah,
Yeah.
smoke shells.
When he was asked if the new contract changes responsibilities or influence, he said, "It's not on my mind. I'm going to be the same guy I have been. It doesn't take a leader to be a playmaker, and neither does it $. So all the people that say, anybody that's watching, anybody, if you watch this 3 years from now, if somebody threw $40 million in your face a year, you're going to take it.
It'll be hard to say no for sure.
Right. Granted,
Right.
It took Cleveland the money that we don't have to do that, but that's all up to him and his agent. He is the dominant defensive player in this league. He deserved it.
Future Hall of Famer. I mean, you're gonna have that's your guy, and now you got him here now, and he's going to, if everything goes correctly, he's on board with it too. This is his last stop, so I'm all about it. I was upset with the way things were going because how he was trying to sell himself while he was out there on the Pro Bowl and all that other BS going on. I'm like, come on, Myles, man. I've always had nothing but utmost respect for you, and I'm kind of getting a bad taste just on how you're doing things. If you want to do something, talk to your agent, talk to the Browns, and then if you need to go, go. I did the same thing with LeBron. I didn't go out there burning my jerseys and like, hey, the dude gave his heart out, and you're trying to get to that next level of your career. I get that. All right, but just do it tastefully. And I wanted the Browns, if he happened to leave, to do it tastefully. That was my whole thing, and no hate. I still love my Myles, and that's just going to be the way it is. Now it's even better because you know what? We got him. He's here. He's ready to get down in the trenches. So he always has been. So we got him.
Yeah, and I agree. I think he's, it's all going to be water under the bridge once this is all said and done. I did like the fact that they did have dinosaurs on the platform. While
Yeah,
he was toy dinosaur. So I heard that they had dinosaur cupcakes for the press conference, and they gave out little dinosaurs to the reporters.
It's like a Jeep thing with the ducks. They just put them all in there, done.
So there was like a celebration of like, hey, we signed Myles, but I guess there wasn't as much as excitement because of all the drama. But I mean, the only thing that is confusing though, I mean, I'll be honest with you, is like, why go on this press conference saying that you want to be traded if it was about the money? The Browns were like, dude, we're going to pay the guy. You know what I mean? So, I don't get it. He said it's never been about the money. It's about winning. Then goes to thank his agent, which is weird. He's like, it's not about the money. But by the way, while I have the money, I would like to thank my agent for working out that deal. She's the best one. He said that he doesn't have any regret of the deal. No regret that the deal he has.
Not even
I
a
go out
single
there.
letter.
Yeah. He's like, I go out there and play the best brand of football, which I agree. Like, I'm not disagreeing with that. We've been consistent saying he's going to get paid. He's going to be the highest paid football player until about a week from now when Jamar Chase takes that title. But it's a win-win for us because now Cincinnati's not going to build a defense because money's going to be tied up on their three offensive players. But I agree. I think he should have got paid. I just don't understand the whole media push behind it. You know what I mean? Which is weird. But
I kind of. Oh, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the media push worked.
No, it did.
He said it created the main variable for getting what got done. It's never been about the money. It's all about winning. Then, like you said, he goes on to thank his agent and everything. I mean, that's your agent's job. Your agent's job is to get you the most out of whatever organization you're with. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It is up to Garret at the end of the day to make that final decision and sign a paper, but it's also, you can't blame him, man. Like, Deshaun Watson. Sorry, Sam, I did it. Damn it.
I was hoping we can get through one show without bringing up that
25 minutes into the show.
Name.
Listen, but that dude ruined this team. I will stand on my grave and say that. For the rest of my life, I will say Deshaun Watson is what ruined this franchise. And now that we got to pick up the pieces, Myles Garrett being one of them, coming in, and it's gonna change. Hopefully, everything will change. It has to this year.
My quick take, I'm going to go real quick with it because we got other things to move on to, is I think he already knew that he needed certain pieces to fall in place. All right, so we're not talking about money. How are we going to take this 3-win season and turn this whole ship around to be a contender, and sooner than later? because he's getting up there in age also. I think at the time they probably didn't have much to tell him. I think that they were like, well, right now we can't really tell you much. We don't know. We got ideas. We're keeping it locked down for now. And then we'll touch base later. I think that left a bad taste in his mouth. And then when he was out and he was like, you know what, if they don't want to talk to me about what's going to happen, I'll just go somewhere else because I want a Super Bowl. That's what I'm here for. And Angel's gone.
Damn it.
Angel just popped off.
He'll be right back. And that brings up the next point. Myles also gave AB some faith and praise and building his team to win games. A quarterback, he has faith in getting the correct quarterback here to win games in an offense, and he said we're going to go out there and do the defensive thing. It has to work. Hopefully, I might have to send him a new link. But yeah, let's do that real quick.
Yep.
Copy.
Yeah, so that's what I kind of think. I think then he had a chance to everything simmer. And then the Browns had a direction. He wanted to talk to Jimmy, and Jimmy's like, nope, not talking to me. You can talk with Barry. I think that's where things ended up going in a positive direction. They said, hey, man, this is what we're going to do to be more competitive. And I think that's where he went, I can get down with that. Okay, hey, Angel's back, buddy.
Hi.
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 How?
I don't know what you guys got to, but one thing I do like is the fact that out of all this, if a fan wants to have a good thoughts or a good positive feel about it, is that he did call out the organization for not winning.
Yes.
So if it's telling the truth or not telling the truth, he says, I want to win. Not too many players have done that here in Cleveland. They haven't set the standards like, hey, I want to be here, but at the same time, I want to know the path of victory. Like, I just don't want to go to Cleveland to Canton. I also want to go to Cleveland championships, then Canton at the same time.
That's the point I was trying to get to before you had bugged out on us. It was exactly what you're saying. I'm thinking in the beginning they didn't have answers for him, so that kind of left a bad taste in his mouth. So that's why you got what you got from him, and he wanted to be on a winning team. They're not giving me the answers I want. And then I think after he wanted that Jimmy talk, and Jimmy's like, nope, you're going to talk to Andrew. And I think that's where things started. Obviously, this is how it went because now he's here. But I think it was the money. But the direction of what they're going to do. And if you've seen that Siciliano quick snidbit.
I got that. I can play that real quick.
Yeah.
I'll play that really quick, and then we'll come right back. Hold on.
Yep.
In all seriousness, do you know who the quarterback's going to be? I mean, do you have an idea?
After conversations, I do have an idea.
Okay. Do you like the idea?
I like it enough to
today, boys.
Be here smiling in front of you because I think we have
a
good chance of that happening and making the most out of it.
Can you tell us who it is, Myles?
I can't do that.
That was a major delay. It's just popping up on my screen now.
Man, I heard you guys talking to Sam. Like, man, I feel so much better today, boys.
Yeah, dude. It's like
dude, I thought it was already playing. I looked over and I'm like, oh, I'm on there. But hey, man, I'll talk about Crohn's if I have to, man.
No, you're good.
I'll make Crohn's Awareness Day today.
Yes. Go.
I've been dealing with it for half my life. So.
It's like you were saying, Myles knows something. What's up, Rob? Thank you for joining us today. Like you said, though, Myles knows what's going down.
The smile on his face, dude, where he was like, man, I wish I could tell you, but I can't say nothing right now, bro. I can't.
Do you think he's that happy for a rookie quarterback?
I think so, because we're talking direction. So now we're talking, I think this season's the bridge season. Could be.
So if you go based upon the patterns, like Tennessee's loading up on offense, so obviously going to be a Cam Ward. So the only quarterback that you can get would be Sanders. So he believes in Sanders that much that where it just made him smile to know that the Browns are going to draft him.
But here I said, Angel, you never know. This could be a whole curve to a different direction. I mean, those are the top two guys. That necessarily mean you have to go get those top two guys? Can you pull somebody else and then pull the rug out from everybody and go, you can have Shador. We got
Dart.
Dort could take Jackson Dart. You know what I'm saying? You don't know.
Howard.
We don't know. We don't know.
Ron
but
says
it had to be something that left a good taste in Myles' mouth because he's like, I'm on deck with that. So.
Ron said right now, gun to your head, who starts game one at quarterback? Pickett. because I know for sure he's going to play because he's the only quarterback on the roster.
Right.
I'm not going to
Right.
die because
Yeah.
I don't know who's not going to be on the roster. If you tell me who's starting game one, it's going to be Kenny Pickett because there's
Yeah.
no other option.
Well, we still got. We're not done. We're not
Ask
done
me
yet.
Ask me that in a month, and I'll give you a better answer. bro.
Yeah, that's
Pickett.
kind of too early to
Yeah.
say. The only one we can say right now is Pickett.
Yeah.
So I mean, but,
I do hope it's Cousins, but that doesn't look too promising.
We were hoping to hear something today for some breaking news for the show, but apparently the Browns know when we're live, and they don't like to do that because they don't want us to break the news before them. So that's the way that cookie crumbles.
the plot's going to thicken, Ron. The plot's going to thicken. I don't think
Yeah.
Kenny. I don't know. In what I feel in my heart, he will not be starting. He might be a 2. He might be a 3. But I think.
I mean, don't be surprised though if he does start because I do think there's some pluses to the system Kevin runs in him. But that's for another show.
I wasn't on deck with it, man. But that could be for another show. But I wasn't on deck with it. But like you said, sometimes guys need a change of scenery to shine.
Yeah.
And then him being really quick over there at the tail end with the Eagles and seeing how all that works out and on the big game, on the big stage. And I think he probably learned a lot, man. And then it just sometimes you need that. Hey, man, there's all kinds of different companies to work for that you do roofing for, but you're going to take the roofing company that you want to work for that treats you the best. And that's just the way it's going to go. And then you fly high, man. So
Facts.
Enough about Pickett. We're gonna
On to
get
Myles. Yeah.
Yes.
When asked why does this deal look like it's for the money, Myles respond, I don't tell the fans anything. I'm just going to go out there and prove it, which I think is probably the best thing anyone can say because he does. Like we said earlier, the best thing he can do is just go out there and just get sacks. Get sacks and pressures and allow the defense to play to their best ability because they're best when he's on the field. Just facts.
the best part. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sam.
I was going to say, I was listening to some 92.3 The Fan, and they're saying, like, Myles has never been known to be that guy, which I didn't know, unbeknownst to me. I didn't know. I'm not in the locker room. I don't really think about that stuff. I picture him as a leader. I picture him as a guy that people want to rally around, but they made it sound like that he really wasn't that type of person. He just went out there and did his job very well. He wasn't like the hype man, he wasn't that guy. Hey, everybody get in here. It's time. It's time to get hype. I'm thinking maybe with this new contract, I think maybe this is going to give him more of a push to play or more of a pivotal role like that. And we need that on this team. We need more guys that guys will rally around, guys want to play for. We need that. So I'm hoping some of this will take some of what they're saying he doesn't do behind the closed doors in the locker rooms and switches his shit around. So
culture does need to be a thing in this organization again. We had it slightly when Baker was here. Juice, Jarvis Landry, those were the guys that kept it going. And we're going to talk more about some morale coming up here soon. But when they asked him if he knows anything about the second pick in the draft and if it had any impact on his decision, he said, "Next question."
That is
rolled
funny.
right off of that
He
one.
just rolled off. He's like, I ain't give you guys any answers, anything.
Right.
Like, I mean, as a reporter, I get why you asked that, but you knew that he wasn't going to answer that one.
Right.
That's
Hello, Myles.
Yeah, and Jimmy did take onto the next point. Jimmy did take a back seat during the trade question. They talked about it, and Myles kind of looked at the positive view of it. He said, "No, it didn't bother me. It actually strengthened the bond between me and AB. Now that me and AB has a better communication, better relationship now, and that's what's needed. He needed, and Jimmy needed to do that. He's like, listen, I made some decisions here that are questionable, and I'm not going to override my my GM. I kind of likened it to I had 2 kids, 2 girls, and when they're big on their tablets, and me and my wife are like.
You got 2 girls and almost a boy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So actually April 15th, my boy.
Right around the corner.
But yeah. So what they like to be on their tablets, and me and my wife were like, we limit that. So what they try to do is they come to me, and when I say no, they go to their mom, and they say no. Mom says no, and they come to me and try to sneak it in. And I've learned to say, what did your mom say? Because I don't want to be the one to override the authority of what mom said. So Jimmy there being the mom was like, listen, being me, I would say, what did AB say? whatever AB says, what we're going to do. And I'm glad Jimmy kind of stuck back and been the dad of the relationship and allowed AB to be my mom in the relationship and just kind of take control. And obviously it worked because Myles sat down and they hashed things out.
Absolutely.
Yes.
When he was asked if Cleveland could compete for a Super Bowl, Myles says, if there are struggles, we go through it just like they have. They've been through it all already. I mean, I don't think you can go worse than a 3-win team unless you go 2 losses.
Yeah.
Or, 3 losses, 2 losses, 1 loss maybe. We've gone through it before. As long as the main focus, which it is, we will be getting the most out of this organization this year and years to come. So he has hope. That's what you got to do. We do it as Cleveland Browns fans. Do the players have just as much hope as we do? Or is Cleveland Browns fans' hope just relentless chaos at this
I think
point?
it's relentless chaos right now into this quarterback situation because right now they just see Kenny Pickett. So they're thinking like, and this each day that passes, they're like, well, what is going on here? And the thing is, though, like, there's not much we can do. There's no answer. There's no right answer in the quarterback. I mean, until you draft one, even when you draft one, people aren't going to like that, So it's going to be chaos until they play.
I want to say this real quick because I was like, man, if I was a Steelers fan, I'd probably be like, what the fuck?
They're in a very situation.
When I seen that they brought back Mason Rudolph, dude. If I was a Pittsburgh guy, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? That was like when I first heard Pickens. I'm a little bit calmed down now. Angel's kind of helped me with that. And Mike's helped because I was freaking out on the text right away. I'm like, little hands, here we go. The Whopper Junior commercials when they were eating the Whoppers and they had the little hands. Here we go with this bullshit. And they're like, calm down.
Yeah, third stringer.
So I was feeling the way I felt that was for when I started laughing. I'm like, Mason Rudolph. I was just laughing, dude, and I'm like, I would be livid. So I don't know. That's something to ask Dave. He's a Steelers fan.
It's weird because you think that organization's obviously way better than we have been. You think getting a quarterback for them should be as easy as just like, hey, here's a contract, just sign. Especially after getting DK Metcalf, and they have Pickett, and they actually have a good offensive players, but for some reason, Rodgers is holding him hostage. It's crazy.
Yeah, you got these two really good wide receivers, and you don't know who's going to throw them the ball yet. That's just kind of that's crazy.
Sean Cooper says Mason Rudolph is my favorite Steelers player. I'm sorry, Myles Garrett said otherwise.
I think it might be tongue in cheek because he knows that we can beat Mason Rudolph.
James, I know you're at work, buddy. I'm sorry, man. Thank you for joining us.
Myles said, onto Myles, a couple more things. Myles says we all play the sport to win a Super Bowl, no matter the dollar amount. That is just still the goal, which is true. Like, I liked hearing that because he's like, listen, I'm here and I want to win. And I think that's what he wants to be heard to the organization. He's like, I'm not here. And maybe that comment from AB bothered him. That's why he felt like he needed to go on this tour because he's like, if they think I'm just sitting here like Joe Thomas and being okay with just going to going to the Hall of Fame, they have another thing coming because I want to win. I want to do more than just 9 wins a year. I want to win a Super Bowl.
Sam, I know you got something to say.
No, I'm just soaking it in. No, I was listening on that. I'm actually, my birds are in the background, and I'm like, well, it's a nice day outside, so I'd be chirping too. So.
He did say he talked to Joe Thomas, and Joe Thomas led him in a direction where he said he thinks that it would have been the wrong move to leave Cleveland before and after the trade thing. So thank you, Joe Thomas, for whatever you said to Myles that stuck him here. I hate saying stuck him here. Stuck in Ohio.
Stuck here.
That's like the stuck in Ohio stickers are like Salt Life stickers in Ohio. Just don't do it.
As long as I've been a Browns fan, man, I'm like super pumped about getting this new Super Bowl. I'm thinking that's going to be like, to me, that's going to be the game changer. The new land, playing on different soil. Not too far away. I think that might be the next thing you know. I'm going to say it, Browns Super Bowl. And, just things are going to turn around. I just got that intuition in my heart. And as long as I've been a fan, man, please, let's get with that. I'm going with that because I think that this is going this is going to be a big move, which Myles should still be here because I thought they said if we do this deal in the Dome, I think they said 2028. So he'll still be around, and we get to see him play in a new facility and some of the guys coming up. So I'm excited, man. I really think that this is going to be good. We're going to have to go through a little down before we go up, but that's the way it goes, man.
You and I both listen to the fans, so I'm going to say it. Super Bowl. Super Browns. Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
Myles did say he wanted to end his.
Gotta keep hope, man.
Myles said he did want to end his career here. From the point he was drafted, he would. It would be great to see him do that. I have my doubts with that. For the reasons if Barry's here, he plays the contract game, unless he does what Joe Thomas did, which I'll be okay with. But I'm hoping that they continue to build a team around him to make him want to stay here. At the end of the day, he made the right decision for him and the organization. He got paid, and the organization got the best pass rusher in football. So it's a win-win for both of us, right?
Man, that's two shows in a row. James Frank gave us some breaking news, man. Our guy Charlie Hewlett is now a Philadelphia Eagle.
Dang it. He's about to get a ring next year.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Not you. You got to stay. You deal with this.
It's funny. Charlie's on Philadelphia where Myles wanted to go. So that's what happens sometimes. Thanks, James, for that breaking news. For those that don't know, Charlie came on the show. Loved that guy. Loved him. Wish he could have stayed, but understand he was getting older, and they kind of like younger people sometimes. Lastly, on a Myles thing, when asked about Russell Wilson, he said he thinks it went well. He thinks he'd be a valuable asset to the team. Playing with arm left, really smart, and knows what he's capable of. If you're Russell and you had Myles, and per reports that are coming out a day or so ago, you even had Watson in a room, which is weird. Maybe we can hit on that. But
Sorry, that was loud.
Yeah, why would Watson be in the room to convince Wilson to be here? Which is kind of scary because that means they still are planning on keeping him somehow, even though they should just fold.
He's not going to play. His name's going to remain on the roster for the next 2 years to get his junk ass out of town. Unfortunately, we're going to keep his stupid ass name on the fucking roster because of the shit show he's caused here. Sorry, but not sorry.
No, you're good. I don't even really want to get into it. I don't know why he was in that room. He shouldn't have been there. I don't want him in the practice facilities this year. I don't want him anywhere near our players.
Unfortunately, he's going to suck up because you can have so many quarterbacks. You're going to have so many running backs. He's going to take up a number, but he's not going to be on the field. That's what kind of does stink. So we're going to have, I don't know how many you are allowed to have on an active roster. Maybe it's 4.
It's 4 quarterbacks. No.
Okay, so he's going to be that ghost name sitting up there where we actually could have a tangible guy that could be a 4th, but he's fucking that up too, asshole. So now we're going to have a 1, 2, and 3 guy, and then he's just going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Until his shit's paid out. Fuck that asshole.
Sam, the vulgar one on Saturday.
Sam, tell us how you really feel.
I want to get through a show one day and not even bring up his fucking name, man. I'm so tired of that guy.
And he's going to be down at Brown's history because of the whole thing. But unfortunately, just tell us how you feel.
I've had a Crohn's flare up for 2 weeks, dude, and now I got to calm down because that getting hyped up. I don't need to be running to the bathroom here.
In other news, today's show is brought to you by Doug White Allstate Insurance Agency. Contact Doug and his team for an unbeatable quote in beautiful Homestead Falls. Give them a call at 440-235-8500. That's 440-235-8500 for your insurance needs. You're in good hands with the Doug White Allstate Insurance Agency. Give them a call.
Maybe you're strapped like the Browns are with cash, and going to him, you can free up some cap space by changing insurance agents. Worth a shot, man. Worth a shot.
Or get Myles' agent, and obviously they get you $40 million a year.
Yeah,
everybody's so mad about it, not spending their money on Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
or I'll say it. Deshaun's agent did pretty good for him.
Yeah, true. Good point. Good point.
The shift of the Myles thing is insane because you went from fans going like, "You need to sign him. He's the best player you've ever had. You can't get rid of him and Chubb," to like, "Bro, why did we sign this guy?" Like within 2 weeks of each other.
Right. Well, we're still in we're like limbo though. We're struggling for key items we need on this team. And if he wasn't happy here, you might be able to gain something from it. But you were still going to take a hit because you still owed him money. So it was not making sense to me from the get-go. It's like, we're going to let you go, but we still got to pay you. We probably get some assets for you, but we still owe you money. It was just, but you know what? That's between here nor there, because it's all gravy now, man. He's whipped us, and that's the way it is. So I'm all about it, you know.
It's all dust in the wind like a stinky fart.
Anyways,
Anyways.
in the wind, now we are
Dust
in the wind.
Dust
All right.
cropping. So speaking of dust cropping,
Dusting.
crop dusting. Kenny Pickett's presser was not entertaining, but there's some couple of things that he said that we're gonna talk about. Yeah, we got a couple of things here. Wanted to jump to one in particular, though. Oh, here he is. When asked about Jared Judy, he said we were playing together in Florida. Actually, right now we were practicing before the news broke. Before I found out I got traded, we were throwing balls together. Interesting. How convenient is that you're sitting there throwing balls with a receiver you had no clue that was going to be your future teammate? Two things I get that. For one, I'm glad to see Judy practicing. Last year, he said he was trying to get in game shape 3-4 games into the season. So I'm glad that he's still getting into game shape. And number two, it's good to see them already building chemistry even before he's on the team.
Yeah.
I guess. That's just throwing a ball around. You being out on the field with the whole team and being able to make plays happen is another. I get it. Workouts are cool, and it's cool that you're throwing to possibly what could be your future wide receiver without knowing it, because he did say when he asked when he knew he was coming to the Browns, that there was a possibility that he was going to be traded. He thought that Cleveland was a surprise. He had no idea. They were talking about other teams. So he had zero clue he was coming to Cleveland, which none of us had a clue he was coming to Cleveland. I would have never thought Kenny Pickett, but
I would have thought we would have entertained the idea of even having two former Pittsburgh quarterbacks in talks. You know, just not me. I'm just not seeing that. But now here's Pickett. Pickett's here, and then they interviewed Russell. So I mean, it's the plot always thickens on these things, man. You look back, if you'd have said the Angels said, yeah, we'll probably be looking at Russell Wilson, and we're probably gonna get Pickett, I'd have been like, you're freaking crazy, bro. Out of here.
You would have responded the way you responded when it actually happened.
Right.
Yeah, right.
But
hell?
when he was asked about the AFC North, he did say it is a very competitive part of the football NFL, and he figured that out his first 2 years. Obviously, winning some games in the AFC North.
Yeah, and and that's the good news too. A positive aspect of this is like he's familiar with the division, so you have a quarterback that knows what it is like to play in it. So you're kind of got another leg up a little bit. So I'm encouraged with that for sure.
James says Judy has that fire in his heart after the year that he had last year in his mind. In my mind, I believe Judy could be the number one receiver in this league for sure.
Yeah, I
he's
agree
definitely
with
the Browns' number one receiver, hands down.
Which brings me to something real quick too. I don't know, it's not really on topic here, but since we just brought up Judy, I mean, we got to get him. He needs help over there too. We need another standout wide receiver, dude. That's in my eyes right now. So
yeah, I don't think it's going to be Brandon Ayuk again. Sorry, AB, but it's not going to happen.
Right, but we got some filling in to do there, you know. So we'll see what happens with that also.
Yeah. When he was asked about what he learned with the two organizations, Pittsburgh and the Eagles, he says culture goes a long way, and the team's identity. Preparation holds true. That's what we got out of that. Then he asked if he views himself as a starter. He said, yes, I do. I view myself as a starter. I'm sure they're going to bring in another veteran, but I'm excited to compete with whoever. That whoever still remains unknown.
Unknown. Yeah, so you want your quarterback to think that to begin with. And he was a starter. He was like 15 and 11.
15 and 10.
15 and 10 as a starter. He threw a little more picks and interceptions. Also, too, another thing a lot of people aren't talking about is like the offense in Pittsburgh have not been good that last couple of years. The play calling, he had Matt Canada, which they struggled with him.
Their line wasn't.
Their line wasn't that good. They didn't have too many good receivers. They just drafted Pickett, and they always had issues at receivers with their head. Anyways, like mentally, they just were selfish. So I mean, he didn't have the proper setup, and maybe the system didn't fit, which I think he actually addressed that in the press conference where he feels like he can handle Kevin's system. He's familiar with it. It's the same kind of system he played in Pitt, which is more like a pro system. I am a little discouraged with his passing to touchdown ratio, but I'm hoping the Browns will fix that. I
think that he had touchdowns matched interceptions. I think that's where that number was. I thought I seen that number. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was 15 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Yeah, you gotta fix that issue there. So.
Yeah,
sorry, Andrew, go ahead, bud.
No, you're good. When asked if he talked to Kevin or AB, he said, I talked to him in Indy. That was during his combine, actually. And going through the system, the offense is, like I said, you ran to Pittsburgh with Mark Whipple, who was the coach there at Pittsburgh. It prepared him for the NFL, and it's sped up. So he's familiar with the system. So this is what's encouraging for me, is that he was familiar with the system in which he's going to be playing in. So maybe the system at Pittsburgh, it normally takes a quarterback 2 to 3 years to kind of get comfortable. Now, he was out in 2 to 3 years. So I'm not saying he's going to be legit, but I mean, let's at least right now we have to give the guy a chance.
Well, I'll give him credit just for what he had said already. He's already, you already want to know, even if he says there's a chance I might not be top guy, but I'm ready to be top guy. I'm ready. I'm the next man up. I'm the one that's here right now. So let's get it going. And I respect that from him. So, and like you said, man, like you never know. That might be the whole Pittsburgh over there wasn't working out for him, and Kenny could be a blessing in disguise. You don't never know until it's until they decide what they're going to do, who's going to be here, who we're bringing in, who we're drafting. So we got a long way to, not such a long way, but it's going to be getting close. But we got some fillers that have to happen before we can even entertain other ideas of how things are going to play out possibly. So.
I don't even know where we're at. My cat wanted to put his 2 cents in. I don't know if you guys heard that, so I just let him out.
We love the cat. We love the cat's take.
Your cat's my bird.
And I'm surprised my dogs hasn't barked yet because there's people walking around the neighborhood on this beautiful day.
Are we right here, Angel?
Correct.
All right.
When asked what he learned in Pittsburgh, he said being able to handle adversity and finding out ways to win, how to figure out how a way to walk out as a winner is something I'm going to continue to do here in Cleveland. And he was a winner, despite what you guys think. I know we joke about the Super Bowl ring, but he does have a Super Bowl ring, and he has more wins than Watson had and TDR. You could even say that at the window of which he's coming in.
Man. So we got my cat talking, and we got the quarterback train rolling through. Great.
The gremlins are amongst. We'll get it all sorted out, and he could pick off where he left off at.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. As of right now, he did say, all I want is an opportunity. It doesn't matter who else is in the quarterback room. All you can have is the opportunity and you handle the rest. Oh, I'm sorry. He's bad. Oh, he's gone again.
Hello, goodbye. Hello,
welcome
goodbye.
Back.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, he let him give him a chance. He had more wins than most quarterbacks played the last couple of years. So, and Kevin won with average quarterbacks. So if he's even average, maybe he can be average enough to win. Now I'm saying this as the thinking that he's going to come a starter, but he may not even be the starter. But let's not be doom and gloom here.
You guys helped me out with this whole thing with him coming aboard, man. I've really toned it down. So I want to thank you brothers right now for helping me out with that, because I was like total like.
Well, the idea is like he's not going to be the starter. That's the idea. But if it continues to progress this way, there might be a chance that he might be if the Browns will find somebody else, unfortunately.
Right.
He just said he wants an opportunity. It doesn't matter who else is in the room. The quarterback room wants the opportunity, and you handle it. You handle the rest, which I think this is a comment toward Pittsburgh because I don't think they gave him an opportunity, or were going to give him an opportunity. That's why he requested a trade when Russ came in and Fields came in. I think he knew that he was going to be buried and didn't have any opportunity to prove that he can be better than those two. That's just what I got. I don't know if you guys agree.
No, I agree. I agree with that too. And there's right now we don't know here, so we can have a quarterback challenge coming up in this offseason to see who is once we get the pieces to see who is going to be the guy. So he's ready for it. So I mean, that's what you want.
I want you guys to take this in consideration. Pittsburgh has not been able to develop a good quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger.
And Tomlin wasn't his pick. I mean, he was there before Tomlin got in there. So that's something to consider too.
Right. So could the Cleveland Browns organization turn Kenny's small hands Pickett around? And
can.
I mean, you just spent the whole year with a championship team. That's got to do something for you. You didn't get much playing time, but maybe he can come here and show us something that we didn't see all year. I mean, he won 2 games with them, so
he seems like he's a learner, dude. Like he's gonna sponge in stuff too, which I think that he's got that and he wants that. I think he's soaked in a lot of information and he knows which directions he needs to take himself in for himself to be more successful. So
I guess I just went over that part, Angel. I didn't even see that.
No, you're good.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, you see, I wrote it. Didn't even know it was on there.
He is definitely happy he doesn't have to play against Myles Garrett anymore, but always will still have to plan against the defense. Obviously, there's other edge rushers out there that are still dominant in this league.
Right.
Especially with our left tackle issue. If we can get that under control and they could block his blind side, or whoever we have at quarterback could be beneficial to this team.
Yeah, he's I think I've come to I'm let's hope they find somebody, but I think they'll prepare him for the best in this offense, and I'll be interested to see what he does in the preseason. Hopefully he'll grow and learn. When asked about the playing in the Midwest, he says it's a great environment to play in the divisional games. There is a lot more on the line. I take a lot of pride in that. So you want someone who, obviously, in order to win the division, you have to win the division, right? You have to win the most. You have to try to win the most games in the division because you play them. You play two of them. You play them twice a year, so you need the most games there. So focus on that, and then hopefully they can win the other games and win the division, which they haven't won in 8,000 years, anyways. So
8,001.
8,001 years. It's been a long time.
On a quick separate thing, because you brought up Pittsburgh not being able to really develop a quarterback since Ben. I seen a video, Ben Roethlisberger shot out a little video, and he's seen DK, goes, DK Pickens. He's like, hey, coach, I still got a little arm left in me. Just saying. I'm like, please go away.
Yeah, he had the helmet halfway on. I saw that video.
Please go away.
We don't want you to come back, dog.
Please go away.
Yeah, you don't want us to rape you now.
Yeah.
Anyways,
running daggers.
Mary Kay Cabot asks, with the Browns having pick number 2 with Ward or Sanders being drafted and most likely starting, he said, my job is simple. I'll just go play quarterback. There are people that make those decisions. I'm just excited to be here and play. In other words, I can't control what happens. All I can control is how I handle them.
Yep, I'm a quarterback. I'm here to do quarterback things. Yep.
That seems like what we need most, honestly. I like what he said, but can you show up and do that? And you got the draft coming up. Then you have camp. It'll be here in no time. Like, this season flew by, guys. It's going to be here soon, before we know it. And then it's going to be winter again. We're not even in summer yet.
When is drafts? April. So, I mean, it's going to be right around. Everything's around the corner, man. I'm just glad that this. I know we got some chillier weather coming up, but it's just enjoyable. It brings sucks out any depression you got from the winter blues when you get them 70-degree days. It was nice to actually just let the sun hit my face and soak up some of that. The melatonin?
Yes,
just feels good.
Melatonin, that puts you to sleep.
Yeah,
you need a vitamin D.
The vitamin D. Well, I've been on a melatonin. For the last 2 weeks, I've had a severe Crohn's flare up, and I've been down on my butt, man. Literally. Down on my butt, literally. I haven't been to work. I've been tested, prodded, probed, scanned, MRI'd, CT, blood work, everything's okay, but I'm having a real bad flare up, man. So I'm just happy to be on the show today. I'm blessed that it's nice out right now, and like I said, not melatonin, the vitamin D from the sun, because I need it. So
We were happy
shine on
Is
me.
it serotonin that it does something
That
to
might be
your body?
something, Tonin.
We're
But,
we're not that smart. We're just a sports podcast.
right,
Just stop
right.
talking smart.
They're Browns fans. They get it. They understand.
Yeah, I'll have my wife come in. She'll break it down. She'll give y'all a therapy session and says what the sun does is open up your pore, and she'll break it down. Nonetheless, the Browns. We got a couple of things. Adam Scheffler just broke. Well, Tom Pelissero said that they're keeping Cousins on the roster, so the Browns are in a three-way team debate with two quarterbacks, which doesn't. So I heard this situation where if Wilson goes back to Pittsburgh and Rodgers goes to Minnesota, because that's an option, that the Browns will probably have the option of Carson Wentz as their backup, with Kenny Pickett starting, or a rookie quarterback. So it's going to be a fun couple months, guys. What's exciting though is March 30th, we will be live at the IX Indoor Amusement Park. Me, Sam, and Mike. And for the Piss and Power Show, and we will hopefully have more information in 2 weeks of what this team's quarterbacks is going to look like, right? And then maybe we'll have more things to talk about other than small hands Pickett, which I'm excited about. So come view us, come join us. You can stop by our table, talk on our mics, talk about the Browns. You can give us your Browns take and what's frustrating you, or what do you like? Oh, what's going on with AB? It's gonna be fun.
I think we're going to be giving away 2 tickets for that as well soon.
And listen, Browns fans, some of you guys might think he's old and he came here and he had his little run, but he brings life to the team. It's been said, it's been told. People gravitate and are around him, and he's still out there, Mr. Joe Flacco. So I am going to keep my hopes up in that direction too, because you know what? Neither is Angel, neither is Mike. None of us knows what could happen next. So he's still out there. So,
and we are no longer the Bearded Browns podcast. We are now Bearded Browns Podcast LLC. So try to sue me.
Boom.
No, yeah, we got some other things coming up here. What was that?
Sorry.
he was jamming.
So we are now
DJ
LLC. Bearded Browns LLC. Congrats to us. We're excited about that.
And the Red Line Radio Network, Dave over there and all his guys. That's who we're going to be with at the IX show. It'll be fun. Come and join us. And we have some more announcements coming up here soon that are exciting and fun and awesome. And
James Frank said dopamine is the
that's
from
it.
the sun.
Yeah.
Dopamine.
See, I knew my wife talks about that all the time because that's why we went to. Yeah, that's where we.
James, you half right. Got the dope part right.
I don't like dope in me.
Dope in me.
Dopamine.
That's why
dopamine. Thanks, James.
That's why we go to Disney in February, March, because by that time my wife was like, "I need some sun," so we end up going to Florida. It does help you. It's kind of like this is what it feels like.
Just having the sun stay out past 5 o'clock is great.
Helps.
You know what I mean? It's a big thing, man. It really is, man. You know, it really does. It's everybody gets the winter blues, man, and you can have a little bit longer daylight. That's always a plus for me. I've always been that kind of guy. So. And a summer kid. I'm a summer kid, so I'm not big on winter. I mean, fall's nice and springs are nice, but I like bring me out, man. I get super dark. I'm Italian. I get dark, and I'm on the roof, so I'm extra crispy. So I mean,
Angel's like, I'm Puerto Rican. I stay dark.
Well, not technically. I'm as white as a ghost at sometimes.
I've walked in a few rooms and they're like, "You Mexican?" I'm like, "No, bro. I'm a roofer, bro."
Trip them out. Say
if
no.
I
I'll
pull
blow
down my
English.
waistband a little bit, you might want sunglasses. Just saying. You
where it's 100 degrees, it's 140 for me.
Yeah. I get pretty dark.
I have an idea that I want to run past you. Actually, I've been executing this idea. I just want to see if you guys are on board with it. So this past Sunday, I went to Middleburg Heights for a birthday party for one of my wife's friend's kid. And I had cards on me. You know, these Browns, I don't have it with me, dang it. Our Bearded Browns business cards. I've been carrying them in my pocket, you know, just in case opportunity arises. And I went into the bathroom and I thought to myself, what is a good opportunity to do free promo than someone who wants to sit on the John? So I came up with this idea. Well, I put our business cards on the toilet, you know, the toilet where the toilet paper is.
Toilet
Normally it's
paper
this big,
holder.
the holder. So I did that there. And yesterday, actually, I drive around everywhere for my job. I'm a forklift battery technician. So I made it a point, like, hey, where's your bathroom at? So I've been going on a tour this week of promoting our show, okay, by putting our business cards in the bathroom. So when someone sits down or if they're peeing, they can see our business card. And I was talking to my wife about this. It's funny. I was talking about it yesterday. I was in tears crying because I'm like, dude, this is a brilliant idea. I was laughing because I thought it was hilarious. And of course, my wife was like, that's so stupid. Right. I'm like, but think about it. Can you help? Like, I was trying to convince her to help me. I'm like, when you go to the bathroom, women have more sitting stools than we do. Like, we just mainly have stand-up stuff. And she's like, women, your demographic isn't women. Like, how dare you categorize a woman, right? There's women that like football. How dare you tell them what they don't like, right? So we were getting into it right when I was talking to her about it. Mike sends me a text saying, hey, there's somebody saying that on our YouTube that said, hey, someone left your business card in our bathroom at Ferguson.
Got him.
So, dude, I started cracking up laughing. And my wife said, what? I was like, and you thought it was a stupid idea. And I showed her the text. And she's like, oh, my God, I can't believe that worked. I'm like, it's genius because it's a business card. Someone's not going to want to look at their phone the whole time, right? They're going to scan the QR code to see what this is about. Boom. They get our YouTube, our Facebook, everything. And now we possibly got a follow out of it.
Now it's going to be toilet overtakes. People are going to be trying to get to the toilet, and they're like, "What's this guy's been in there? You might want to check on him, man. Make sure he ain't doing no drugs. He's over there watching Bearded Browns clips." Hey,
so
great.
what I'm saying is, guys, we just take over bathrooms. Like if you're on the road, if you're in Louisiana, right? For some reason, you're just there. I don't know why. You're just there, and you're in a public bathroom at a gas station. Just drop a card. What do you guys think about that free promo? Huh?
That works, man. People will check it out.
I would definitely be doing that at the IX Center when we go.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I got stickers for that too. I'm sure that makes
it all depends on the bathroom too. There's some pretty nasty bathrooms. I don't think you'd want to leave a card like a bad get go bathroom in the morning when everybody's coming in there and
a
it's
truck
just
stop
nasty.
gas station, dude.
Well,
Just
who
plug
knows
your-
though? But who knows?
Yeah,
Though? It might
plug your nose and just go in there and just drop it and leave.
just do it, man. Just do
The
it.
truck stop bathroom might be best because truck stoppers they need stuff to watch, right? So why not do that? So but just saying. So if you see it at Bearded Browns, just know we were there.
Ron says he's been on the throne this entire podcast.
See,
it's
genius.
He just sent me something too. It looks like he broke his foot. I'm gonna reach out to him after the show, see what happened there. But
no, he didn't break it. That's just his foot from falling asleep from sitting on the toilet from so long.
right.
Can't move my foot.
Well, this is funny, all the toilet talk, man, because I've had a severe Crohn's flare, and who would have known this show would have been about. I tell you what, if I was dropping off our business cards on a toilet, they'd be at my house right now. I'd be out of cards, and I would tell Mike, you got to bring some more cards over. I got to put them on my toilet. I need more cards because I've been nothing but bathroom, man. Crohn's can be very debilitating, man, but hopefully on the up climb from it, man. It's really shot me down, but hey, it's part of my life. It's been part of me for a while, and I just have to learn how to cope and do what we have to do here. So,
and now Sam is part of all your lives and his Crohn's.
And my Crohn's. I'm a Crohn's reach out guy. You got a question about Crohn's? Holler at your boy because I've been dealing with it for a while.
He's got natural herbs that will heal you.
I've been looking into all that because I've had to, man, because I'm starting reading the prescription. I've been dealing with this since I was like 19 years old. I'm almost 50, so I've been dealing with this stuff half my life. But you start looking at the stuff that they're giving you, and yes, it's supposed to help you, but then you start reading some of the ingredients. I'm like, why would that ever help me? It sounds like that's probably not good, especially long-term stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Sometimes you just start going down that little roll or that little hole, and you start looking at like, wow.
Is it
Oil
Can
of
you-
oregano. You should check that
Yeah.
out. It's almost a cure-all for everything. Ginger root. There's
Do
a
you
couple
eat it or
different
you
types
smoke
of root.
it?
No, yeah. I don't think my smoking days are over. I think my lungs had enough, man.
Sam's gonna be smoking oregano next time I go over there.
It's gonna have the giant eagle. It's gonna be a giant eagle brand. He's gonna be putting it on a piece of paper. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
If I smoke something, it'll be the stuff that takes you to the moon and back. I don't play around. If that's something I do, I go all in.
Oh man, next Saturday show, I'm playing that video Jen sent me, dude.
You could send it to Angel. I was on one on that one, man. I was just having one of them nights. Wife went to bed. I hung out. I was laid off. I do commercial roofing. I was laid off through a little bit of this winter, most of all the winter. To be honest with you, so I was up late one night drinking by myself. Sat down. I had edibles sitting there, which I don't know why I threw them in the garbage because for some reason I won't just take an edible and sit down and play a video game or look at a YouTube. I'm drinking. Then I'm like, hey, you know what'd be good right now? An edible. Let me just try a half. Then do a whole.
Let me mix this.
Whoa, bro. Lights out. But there's a funny video out there floating around. I'll send that to Angel. It was me one night. I don't know. I wish I knew what song I was getting into because
You can't remember.
I can't remember.
Dude,
The old
here's
lady
what
goes,
happens. You watch Sam walk out of the house and he just goes, he's got a cowboy hat on.
Oh
And he's
boy.
just like, stands there. And then he starts walking away, just singing something. It is
I don't
hilarious.
even know. Yeah.
He was coming one with nature, man. He's
The
doing
wife's
his Aaron
like-
Rodgers.
The wife's like, the bottom lock wasn't locked on the front door last night. And we usually lock everything up. I'm like, well, I said, check the footage. I said, check the front camera.
You won't say that ever again, will you?
Yeah, no.
Check the footage.
No, I won't have to. That'll be the first thing she does now. Oh, let me just
Roll
check the
that
footage.
beautiful bean footage.
So
It was a
what does that thing Rodgers take? Y Costa? So that's you're gonna be our Aaron Rodgers, man.
Yeah.
that's
Aaron's got catching up to do with me. So I'm the old wise one.
So we'll see you Tuesday, guys. We're in the show here. We're gonna hopefully talk more about toilet issues or toilet promotions. Hopefully we get a toilet promotion out of that. That'll be a great idea.
Yeah, Charmin.
Charmin.
Soft as
toilet
Michigan
paper.
football.
Yeah.
Here I go again because all the poo-poo talk, like freaking Russell Wilson over here. But man, I should be endorsed by Dude Wipes. I'm gonna throw it out there because you know what,
Yeah,
that has
dude.
been helping me, man. So
Yeah, dude.
yeah, dude, that's been my go-to.
I'm
We're
gonna
have
cut
like
that
a
out.
Crohn's banner on it. What is it? Crohn's banner brown too? That'd be sweet.
Soft toilet paper and a Dude Wipe cleanup job. That's been my 2 weeks, dude. It's not been fun, man. Let me
So
tell you.
Saturday shows apparently go unscripted as well.
I'd rather be tearing at work, tearing off roofs with my brothers, and
Then
getting
tearing
it
off
in,
toilet paper.
and tearing off. Told you got the nail on the head. I mean, we can go with this for another hour, man.
So preparation dates, if
This
you're
is why I
listening,
like you.
we got a guy.
That's why I love these dudes. These dudes. That's why I love you guys, man. That's why I love you.
Ron, James said sounds like
Feel
Sam had
better
a.
already, man. They said laughter's the best medicine. Thank y'all, man.
Sam said. James says sounds like Sam's a great neighbor to have.
Yeah, we can get into it, man. We'd be a good time, man.
I wish James didn't live in West Virginia. I think
Well,
he lived
hey,
in-
you know what? I did read back on a comment, and he is West Virginia, and he did say he would like some business cards, man. Maybe we can make that possible. Send him a little something
I'll
down
send
there.
him
And he
some-
can pass
James.
them out down there.
I'm friends with him on my personal page. James, send me your address, and I'll
There's
send you
your
some
web-
cards and some stickers.
There's
Start your
bridge.
start your pooping promotion now. Whenever you go to a pooper, just lay the card down there, dog. I'm just telling you, if you're in Northeast Ohio, if you're in Northeast,
You can't say that shit when I'm drinking.
if you're in Northeast Ohio, mostly gonna be Northeast Ohio, and you see one, just know I was there, bro. Me and Mike was there. We're just doing promotion. Just if you don't want it, that's cool, but just leave it there, just for the next person.
Yeah, I roof, so I'm all over the place, man.
So you'll be doing people's personal bathrooms.
Well, what in the
Hey man, I'm sorry, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Either just lay the card down there.
Oh, yeah, I left you a shingle in there.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Miss
Dude.
Ann. That's my bad.
Why is the guy oh wait, let me view this. Oh wait, that's the guy that fixed my roof. Like, why
Yeah, right.
did he leave this in my bathroom?
Right.
Gregory,
that's hilarious.
Gregory says, "Well, the weather's been great." I'm so sorry, guys, for the last 15 minutes of this show.
It's been excellent, man. You got
Therapeutic.
share some true stories, man. Brothers are going through it. You pick them up. That's how it is, man. That's how I do.
I mean, to be honest, this is how the Saturday show was born, and the reason why is for moments like this.
Yeah, so if you guys come to the Ike Center to see us, make sure you bring Sam a roll of toilet paper.
So dew wipes.
Yeah.
Or dude wipe, yeah. James just said
large
poop.
ones, non-fragrant. I even got my extra large, non-fragrant.
Poop gang.
Yeah. I don't need none of that bougie smelling stuff. I don't do that.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to drink after this show.
I just see.
So have you ever thought of getting a duvet?
Oh man,
Have
you know
you-
what?
Have you ever?
I'll share another quick tidbit, or not a tidbit, a quick story. I was doing some other type of work during my downtime with a fella. He has his business. They go in, they do kiosks, and they do things like that. We were at a high end bathroom store. You know, they had like a $25,000 pedestal toilet, or I'm sorry,
Pedestal, like you have to hit the pedal to go bathroom. Hit the pedal.
bathtub.
Oh,
Old pedestal,
snap.
$25,000. They got faucets for 10 grand. I'm like, wow, dude. We're in there putting displays together. I'm like, I felt like a bull in a china shop. Like, don't break nothing. Just put together what I'm doing. Well, I had to go to the bathroom there, so I went to the bathroom. And I sit down, this thing's like, I'm like, okay, well, where's the fuck toilet paper at? I'm looking around, I'm not seeing anything, and I'm looking, not noticing, you know, I sit down, this thing's like an R2D2. It's got buttons on it. So this is my first bidet experience, okay?
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
I'm like, all right, I guess this is all my only opportunity here.
Let's-
So I start
Let's
playing
get
with the
into
buttons.
it.
I started playing with the buttons. I'm gonna tell you right now, your boy felt violated. I did not like that at all. I did not like it. I did not like that little warm water up in there. I did not like it at all. I did not like the air coming out of it. None of it, bro. Like,
But you were clean though.
I felt I had to go home, take a shower. I felt violated. I did not like that at all, bro. I'm like, this is not for me. So I'll stick with the toilet paper and do.
See, I started questioning things out there. I was like, well, did I like it? Did I not like it?
Man, this
Where
is
am I now? Who
probably
am I?
the best show we've ever had. No, I'm kidding.
It'll
But,
go down.
you know,
It'll go down in infamy.
Yes, everybody. Hey, thank you for joining us today. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Go and check out the Red Line Network. They got a lot of things going on in the future. We're also doing that IX Center show with them at the Piston Power Show. A lot of things coming up. We're going to hopefully have, Gregory says I need an adult. Sam cried in the shower. we got a lot of stuff coming up. There's going to be a big announcement here soon, and it's not about the LLC.
oh, that is exciting news.
It is.
Yes.
We're
Yeah,
legit.
no one can take our logo. No one can take our name. That's great. Well, at least in Ohio.
That's an insurance label, man. That's a stamp. That's a good thing.
Yes.
Basically, really good. Mike sent that to me, man. I was like, getting realer. It's getting realer around here.
Yes, sir. But we got a lot of things coming up. If you guys want merch, there's a link in the bottom down there. Hit up Streamlabs. I'll take care of you, all the stuff. I made it as cheap as I possibly could. I know a couple of you have bought some things already. I appreciate it. Yeah, until then, we will see you guys Tuesday. Thank you for joining us.
Go Browns.